everyone, my name is Dr. Sarah Garifo and I am the Director and the Head Librarian here at the Weis Library on campus. And today we're going to talk a little bit about using library resources for academic research. First, I'll tell you about 4 easy ways that you can access the library. Then I'll show you how you can use your library card to access the library for checking out materials and also online resources. We'll talk about scholarly databases and how to use them, and then I'll show you a little bit about how to use the library catalog. You can access the Weis Library by visiting us during our open hours, giving us a call, sending an email, or you can access our website online 24/7. We are open on Sundays from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., Mondays through Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Fridays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., and on Saturdays we're closed. We also close for an hour on Wednesday afternoon for convocation. When we are open, you can call the reference desk for help at 301-891-4217. You can also send us an email at library@wau.edu. We usually do our best to respond to these emails within about 1 business day. And of course, you can always visit us online at wau.edu/academics/library. And this is where you'll be able to see our catalog, databases, and so much more. Did you know that your WAU ID also serves as your Weis Library card? Just take a look at the back. That number below the barcode starts with 21167 and ends with your WAU ID number. That's your library card number. So here's how that actually works, and this will look the same whether you're on or off campus. We'll start at the library homepage and then scroll down to Catalog Search, which of course brings you to the catalog. In the top right corner, click Sign In. This is where you'll put in your username, which is the barcode number on the back of your ID, and then your password if you've already created one. If you haven't set a password or you don't remember what it is, click Set Reset Password. After you type in your barcode number and click Request New Password, you'll receive a link in your WAU email to set your password. That password will now work whenever you want to search the library catalog or any of our databases. Now let's talk about those scholarly databases. What are they? Why do we use them? How do we use them? And what are some ways that we can make them work for us? A scholarly database is a collection of scholarly and peer-reviewed articles written by credible authors in their respective disciplines. Basically, these sources have been written by experts and reviewed by experts. We use them because they give us access to reliable, expert, and timely information on a wide variety of topics. It's important to know that a scholarly database doesn't work like a search engine such as Google on the open web. First, a search engine is specifically designed to be able to make sense of our natural language as we type it into a search bar and figure out what it thinks is the most appropriate way to answer the question. For example, you can ask Google, "How tall is the rock?" And not only will Google know that you're talking about Dwayne Johnson and not just like any old rock, but it will also tell you that he's 6'5". However, scholarly databases work a little bit differently. When you enter search terms into a scholarly database, it's usually going to treat each word you type as a possible keyword. So if you type in, "Who were the key players of the Enlightenment period?" the database would search for every word you used, like key or player, and you'll be left sifting through a ton of results that aren't right for your search. Getting useful results when you're searching in a scholarly database is all about using keywords wisely. And here's how we can do that. First, you want to have a very clear idea of what your research question is. I've come up with one for this example. Can music therapy be an effective treatment for clients with ADHD? When we look at this question and break it down into its smallest, most important components, we can easily see 2 keywords that will really help us narrow down our search: music therapy and ADHD. As you're first getting started, I strongly recommend using no more than 2 keywords in your search, maybe 3 if absolutely necessary. Next, we want to think about what the relationship between our keywords is and how we can use it to our advantage. Pretty much any scholarly database you're going to encounter uses a special language called Boolean logic to help properly execute your search. Boolean logic is just a simple way of representing the relationship between your search terms with simple conjunctions like and, or, and not. We call those Boolean operators. Quick note, you always type Boolean operators in all caps, so the database knows to treat them as a function rather than as their own keyword. I think these Venn diagrams really help illustrate what that looks like altogether. If I were to search for music therapy and ADHD, and in all caps, then I would get results that included both of those search terms. If I search for music therapy or ADHD, or in all caps, then I'll get results that include either of those terms, even results where they don't overlap. So I would get everything about music therapy and everything about ADHD, even in articles where the two had nothing to do with each other. Finally, if I search music therapy, not ADHD, not in all caps, then I would get only results about music therapy with absolutely nothing to do with ADHD. Now think back to our research question. Which of these Boolean operators would be most appropriate for our search? If you said "and," where our results will only include the overlap between music therapy and ADHD, then you're absolutely right. So let's walk through that search together. We're going to start back at the library homepage and scroll down to online databases. The Weis Library subscribes to many scholarly databases, lots of which are geared towards specific subjects and disciplines, like you can see here. For this example, we're just going to look for a general multidisciplinary database that covers a lot of subjects all together. And you can see these are all the databases that we've categorized as general. Academic Search Complete is a good starting point because it covers so many publications. Because we have multiple keywords, we're going to go right into an advanced search. So we're going to type in music therapy, and in the field, we want to make sure that we're searching subject terms to make sure that it's actually covered as a keyword in the article itself. And then our second one will be ADHD. And same thing, we want it to be in subject terms. And remember, here's our Boolean operator, and we chose and we're going to select full text scholarly journals. And when we click search, we see that we have 6 excellent results that really fit our research question about whether music therapy can be an effective intervention for clients with ADHD, including this one here. We're going to take a look at one of the results that come up, and you're going to want to make sure you review the abstract just to make sure that the title is not misleading and it actually suits your research needs. Here you'll be able to click on the full text PDF, and here's the full 13-page article, which you can then share to Google Drive. You can print or email it to yourself. And there we go, we conducted one successful search. We can also conduct a similar search in the library catalog, which is slightly different from searching a single database. Mainly, the library catalog is going to show you what resources are available directly through the library, whether as a print book or an e-resource. The catalog also searches a handful of multidisciplinary databases at the same time, so it will return some scholarly articles as results, but it doesn't search them all at once. So again, we'll start at the library homepage, and we'll scroll down to Catalog Search. Now we know that we're using multiple keywords, so let's go right to an advanced search. Scroll up just a little bit. That first keyword is music therapy. And again, make sure that we're searching it as a keyword. The second is ADHD. And you can see that Boolean operator there on the left, and. So we click search. Now it looks like we have a lot of results, but there's some important ways that we want to narrow this down. The catalog will show you everything that's available all over the world or just what's at WAU. So to make it easier, you can start by searching just WAU. We can do interlibrary loans and get materials from other libraries, but if you don't want to be too overwhelmed by the results, it can help to narrow it down. You can see here we have results as articles and a few books and even one ebook. Let's say for the purposes of our search, we want to make sure that these resources are full text and peer-reviewed. So I've selected both of those. And as we scroll down, we can see there's even more ways to limit the search. Let's say, for example, you just wanted to find information from the last 10 years. You can do that. And that narrows it down even more. So here we have about 34 results, and you would do the same as you did with the databases. Go ahead and open up individual ones, read the abstracts, and see if they suit your needs. If it's an article, you'll be able to save, share, or print, And if it's a book, you'll be able to come to the library or give us a call and we can help check it out for you. This was a very quick overview of some of the ways that you can use library resources in your academic research. I'm sure you'll have lots of questions because there's still so much more to cover. So remember, there's lots of ways you can access help from the library. You can visit us during our open hours. You can give us a call or email. And as always, those resources are always available online 24/7. If you have any questions you want to ask me directly, feel free to send me an email at sgarifo@wau.edu. I hope you found this helpful and good luck with your research.